Do you have do you still have like a big following then? Like, are people still following you as a leader in like through your music?
Yeah, grace to God, man. Yeah, he's literally connected me with a lot of people all over the world now. There was a time when I was I was good for my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used to call me a street preacher.
Yeah.
Because I would get my music, I would, kind of make CDs, and I just pass it out to everybody in the neighborhood. And a lot of people who didn't even want to hear about God or believe in God, they would literally pray for me to stay where I was in God, because that, gave them that little bit of, hope and motivation. You know what I'm saying? That, they can break away at some point in life. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been growing and growing, especially these last couple of years, where it went from me just being in the neighborhood to, I have a lot of connections, all over the world right now. I wouldn't say that I'm like a Lecrae, like where he's totally international. He's everywhere, and I'm really proud of where he's at, because that's the movement that he's on now. That's the movement I've been on, my whole life. And to get where he is, it's not that I need to get there, but somebody needed to get there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My life is based around what we call, what God gave me is called secular to gospel, which, my whole run, my whole life story, it pretty much talks about me being a secular artist, or just living a secular lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? And how God used my passion for music to bring me home, to bring me back into the church, where my life is about the gospel, but he turned my passion around and my love around for him, where I love him more, and I use my music to reel other people from secular to gospel. You get what I'm saying? So I feel that the industry and the mainstream, I feel that the gospel need to be just as mainstream as mainstream. If we're going to have any type of chance to push any good messages down that huge pipeline of information of music, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to continue to push something down there that's going to at least give some balance, if not take over. You understand what I'm saying?
You're hailing from Detroit, isn't that right?
Yeah, from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. Yeah. What's
it like in Detroit, man? Like with the music scene?
It's really busy. It's really, really busy. Like, Detroit right now is is starting to move in a more aggressive motion right now. Like, it's always been like, Motown has always been, the heart of the music industry anyhow. But as far as, the hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, and Christian hip-hop, like, literally has grown, you know what I'm saying? So it's moving really good. Like, I'm probably doing about 2 or 3 shows a weekend. Like, I have a show tonight, you know what I mean? So,
nice. That's really good, man. That's really good. God's really blessing you then. That's great to hear.
Yeah. Yes. He's definitely blessing me. Like, he's shown, he's given me a specific, set of rules, and I just want to make sure I follow those rules, and that way, I don't be looked at as Calik the rapper. You know what I'm saying? I want to, look at as Calik the guy, you know what I'm saying, who, made some difference and made some changes that has left legacies, you know what I'm saying, behind for others to follow. Because it really isn't about, CDs and mixtapes and videos and things like that. It's about, fulfilling a purpose. And 30 years from now, I want, I will be happy to see that people are growing from some things that I may have done or left out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So where are you taking it right now with your music then? I mean, the 3 tracks that we're playing tonight, are they from a new EP or something that's coming?
Yeah, Nobody's Listening. It's basically that project is pretty much talking about the support system in our city. You know what I'm saying? How, I just feel like it needs to get better. You know what I'm saying? And it speaks on a lot of things that a lot of people don't want to talk about or don't want to hear, and so this is a really, really, strategic project God has given me to put out there. Yeah, so those tracks you got tonight, a lot of people wouldn't consider them to be basically Christian hip hop, and that's how they perceive me, here in my city. They don't as far as the church goes, they don't look at us to be what they call Christian hip hop, that's okay. You know, that's their opinion. I look at it to be what I call kingdom music. You know what I'm saying? Because we are not like trying to create, you know, things for the church per se, and I'm not trying to create things for the streets either. I'm just trying to create something that I know that can help people. Whatever title they put on it, you know what I'm saying, that's fine and then. But Nobody's Listening was basically put out there just to get the attention of the people. Like, hey, you know, we need to wake up. We need to come together. Like, we could take over this thing, man. Like, no one person is going to be able to do this. We all have to come together, you know what I'm saying, and support each other. See, if I get behind you in your movement, your ministry, and what you're doing, and the population, or I say the popular demand is behind you, and they want you, and if you're the opportunity that we need for the kingdom to break through this mainstream, I say I stop everything I'm doing right now, and I get behind you, and then whoever's behind me get behind me, and we all get behind you, and we apply that force, you know what I'm saying, that support system that applies that force. So if the industry was something that was built behind a dam, right, and we're on the other side, we're the water trying to get in, if we could poke a hole in that dam, which you would be that water that cracks through that hole, that pokes open, then the force that's behind you, we all break the damn wall. Like, boom, we in here now, there's nothing they can do. Because once you're in there, the entire kingdom comes in, and we just start releasing God's word. We start, you know, reaching out to people, trying to save souls, you know what I mean? They don't want us in there because of what we represent. So it's like we're looking for permission to go in there. Everybody's tiptoeing around it, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to get so close to the gate because they're afraid there's something to rub off on them or whatever. But we need to get through that gate. We need to kick that gate down so we can start making some difference, some change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, completely, man. Is Nobody's Listening, is that still out? Is that out already, or is it coming out?
Nobody's Listening. Yeah, that dropped on June 18th.
Oh, man. You need to send me all of it, man. Don't just send me 3 tracks. Send me all of it. I'll play all the tracks. Okay.
You got it, buddy. No problem. I thought you knew, because I know you had been, you know, kind of paying attention, you know, to a lot of, well, we have been talking a lot. I thought you probably had seen that I put it out there. So when you told me you was listening to Real Life, Real Things, I was like, wait a minute, he probably don't have the new CD. No, but it's out, yes.
That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, send me your new music. And so I didn't know it was out, man. That's amazing, man. Send me all of it and I'll play all of it, man. And then, you know, from now on, HopeJamz UK is your drop-off point whenever you got something new coming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that's awesome. Praise God. I appreciate you 100, man, for just, you know, taking the time to, you know, to give me that opportunity. You know, God has been doing this thing, you know what I mean? A lot of times, you know, you're not sure. You only can flow from what your heart gives you, but sometimes you're not sure how it's being taken. You know, sometimes you get shunned off, and then sometimes you get received. So to get received, man, it means a lot, because we don't always see exactly what I would call we don't always see what's going on in kingdom elsewhere. We don't know who's taking what. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get that, when you see somebody who's literally taking the time out, you know what I'm saying, and listening to it and liking it, you know what I'm saying, that just does a lot. You know, it encourages a lot. You know, it makes you want to keep going no matter what the pressures of life. Besides the music, we all still live lives besides our ministry, and sometimes it wants to pull against what you're trying to do. So you're kind of always, you know, churning forward, and it seems to get harder and harder. But what makes it easier when the love is spread, and we start, we start encouraging each other, you know, to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. And that's honestly, I said to you before on the message, and it's true, man. If it had been Real Life, Real Things, then I don't know, man. I was gearing up to put about 5 tracks on. I could not pick just 3. No way.
Right.
It's 2.
No problem, man. Like,
it was dope, man.
Whatever you need, man. I have video links. I don't know if I thought I sent you the movie. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But I have a YouTube page. All the video links. There's probably 70 videos on there for the past, I want to say 9-10 years. And then there's a movie we did called The Parable. when I dropped Real Life, Real Things, it's a movie we did. So we dropped a movie and the Real Life, Real Things on the same day.
Yeah, man.
So,
send it all to me, man. I'll definitely check all of it out.
Yep, you got it, man. You got it.
Man, what do you say we get into Yah Life right now?
Yeah, Yah Life, yes. That's representing God, man. Your walk, Your walk is what gives you the longevity. It's what, helps you impact the world. So we live in that Yah Life, man.